at Ngozi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. With me today is Claudia Pasa. And Claudia, you chose this topic. Your relationship needs align with your relationship values. So can you explain to our audience why you chose this topic? I'm sure they will love to know why you chose this topic.
Yes, yeah, I was just like, in regards to the topic, I was, okay, so if we can just like reword it a bit, I was thinking in regards to how do I align myself with the relationship, because on a conscious level, you are ready and you want the relationship and everything. You're ready to go out and to meet the new soulmate and everything, but how do we actually get into this alignment that we can match the right soulmate we would love to have in our life? And obviously as well, we need to have the values as well clear here, so in order that we can attract the relationship we actually desire and not some mixed match of energies and relationships and partners as well. Does it make sense how I explained it? You're mute actually.
Yes, it actually
Okay.
does make sense.
Okay, good.
100% it does make sense.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
if you're looking for love or if you are
Yeah.
in a relationship, everything has to align with what you're looking for. Let's say if you're looking for a long-term relationship, your image and your lifestyle has to align with that vision that you have. Or let's say if you're already in a relationship and you want to get married, so everything has to align, because that person will be like, this is the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And if what I'm looking for does not align, or if we are not a good match, you have to make sure that everything, your image, your life, your personality, everything, it comes with it. So I know as a coach, you come across with different people that are with different cultures and different people that are looking for a serious relationship, or they're not in a serious relationship, or they're like, I'm not sure, I'm confused with my spouse, whether they want me or they want to just I'm not sure. So if someone is in that situation, what advice would you give them, Claudia? For
I
me,
mean, yeah.
for me, basically the advice I would give them, I would say, because before you get to somebody, there's got to be an agreement. You got to do some lifestyle check, ask some questions. You've got to qualify them. So what would you give someone advice?
Yes, absolutely, because it's important as well to understand how and that, it is important for us to be in alignment with the relationship, the partner. So what does it actually mean, to be in alignment with something we desire to have in our life? And first of all, as you as well already explained, is it starts with knowing what it is we want in the relationship, in the partner as well. So to have the, how do you say, what's the word here? The knowing, the clarity, yeah? To have the clarity in regards to what it is we would love to have, yeah, in the relationship, in the partner, the quality. So clarity is very important to begin with. So what is important for you, so that you understand as well what are your deal breakers as well, and the very important things, and deal breakers too, so what are actually as well the deal breakers that you understand as well. If you spot something in regards to here that is a no-no as well for you, so basically, yeah, clarity to begin with, and understanding as well yourself, yeah. understanding as well yourself. Yeah, so just like really knowing overall. What would you give as an advice? Or you are silent again. Namza, you're silent again.
Okay. For me, what I'll say, you said you must have a clarity. I think, yes, you do need to have a clarity of what you want. And also you need to know, you need to have a vision, and also don't hold on to that vision, because some people, they have a vision of what they want. They write down everything that they want about their spouse, about their lives that they want. This is what I want. I want this. I want this. We write down all these things that we write down, and we hold on to. We don't want it to change. But there's danger when it comes to vision. The vision comes with danger. Sometimes there are some people that they make a decision that I don't know if you've ever gone through this way. You are like, I don't want to date this kind of a person. I don't want to date this kind of a person. But maybe the universe has different plans for you based on what you've been through, or maybe God has different plans for you based on what you've been through. And that's why when I speak to my clients, I always tell them that the dream that we think we see in one stage of our life will show up in a different way, in a different dimension. It will be it will be in a different dimension that we will not recognize as the original one. That means whatever you've written with your spouse, if you want a spouse that is 6'2", your spouse will turn up as somebody who is 6 foot or who is 5'9". And that dream, when you realize your dream and you recognize your dream will make you different. And you don't have to try to fit in with people that's downgrading your dream. And it will show up. Don't be afraid when that dream shows up. Some people, they're like, they make a decision and they stick to that decision, and they're like, I'm not gonna do anything. I said, I'm looking for a man who earns 100 grand. The man that it could show up is some people that say, I don't want to date a millionaire, or they say, I have to date somebody that earns 100 grand. If they earn less, they're not good enough for me. But what if that person is been destined to be a billionaire and they earn maybe 90 grand? They show up in your life, and know that person is the love of your life. And people qualify people based on their on different things. Some people, they are very, very straightforward when looking for love. They want to know how much the other person earns, and they want to know what kind of a car they drive. There's so many things in the list that people want, which is fine if you believe whatever that what you want. But then we have to go back. What are we looking for here? We're looking for love. So if we are looking for love, we have to qualify people based on love. And if a millionaire comes in and they're not a good looking person, you dismiss them because maybe being judgmental, and you don't know that this person actually they're meant to be the love of you. And then you say, actually, this one is not good looking. It's not the kind of guy that I'll go for, or it's not the kind of woman that I'll go for. So those are the things that what I'm saying is the dream will come different dimension. Your vision will come in a different vision. So that's what we need to do when we are qualifying our spouse. They come as 5'9" instead of 6 foot. They might come as 6'2". It may be 6 foot instead of 6'2". They might come as a millionaire, but not good, not so good. They might come as so good looking with muscle and stuff like these guys, and you judge them as a player. So it's very, very important not to judge when we are looking. When we want everything to align, it means you can tell this, Claudia, how they work. You can explain to our audience how importance of the energy aligning whatever you desire, the your dreams and your vision. You're muted, Claudia.
Okay. So what you just said, I agree. It's important to be open as well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a clarity on one side, and then it's as well important to be open and then just to let it be, and to maybe add as well this or something greater, so, and then you just let it go and be open, and then just see what you are attracting. And with the attracting, as the world outside is a mirror of our inner being, it is, yeah, you can already check, and I'm asking the audience here, what type of relationships are you attracting actually, because we might realize at some point too that we attract common the same pattern, just like a different hair color, it's just different type of man, but the pattern is very much the same if we are honest about it. So this gives us as well already an indication in regards to what our energy is inside of us, what we have inside as beliefs and programs in regards to love. And here it's as well important to have this as well in alignment with what it is we have written on the clarity list, so that it matches as well, and it's more like supportive rather than going against us. So, for example, we have a conscious mind up to 5% only, and here we have everything we are conscious in regards to the relationship and the partner and so on. Here we have the clarity and the desires and the wishes as well. But then we have the rest, the subconscious, which makes up to 95%, and here are the programs stored and the limiting beliefs, the limitations as well, self-sabotaging patterns, and we are not even aware of all what we got in storage here. And because of how big the subconscious is, it rules the show. So the tiny 5%, you can already see how tiny it is compared to the 95%, and throughout the day we function 95% through the subconscious mind, which are the programs and beliefs and limitations and everything. So in regards to love, it can look like this, that maybe on a conscious level you would love to go, and attract a new relationship, and are ready as well to go out a bit more, maybe to sign up on one of those apps as well. But then you have subconsciously, you might have some hidden fears or programs, distorted ideas you maybe picked up from some early time in your childhood. You experienced something between your parents, and then you could have like distorted ideas of love is painful, love hurts, men are bad, men are evil. All these stories we form as we go along in our life. And you can already see when you have just 5% the idea, yes, I'm ready for love again, but 95% you have like distorted ideas as well as for love. You can see how the subconscious mind, because it's its job to keep you safe. It's just how it's designed. It's the job of the subconscious to keep you safe and to keep you in the known, in the program. So the subconscious will do everything to keep you away from your clarity list and this beautiful romantic relationship you desire and you're worthy as well. Yeah, does it make sense, Nonza? Yeah,
Yes, it does make sense. I like it when you say sometimes you have to be aware, you have to have the awareness of the kind of people that you attract, because that becomes a habit. That habit becomes your identity. And sometimes, let's say, if somebody, the father wasn't there, the present when you were growing up, you still, if you have not dealt with whatever your childhood attachment, then you still want somebody, you still be searching and attracting the wrong people. So it's nice to have to deal with your childhood attachment problems back in the childhood, or maybe the parents divorced, or you simply had an amazing childhood with control parents. Some people, they have the control parents. Some people have divorced parents where they blame themselves that they were the reason why the parents divorced. And when they do find somebody, they pick the wrong people at the same time. So it is very, very important, like what you're saying, Claudia, to make sure that when you select somebody and when you marry someone, like you say, I'm getting married, you're not married for the sake of having the ring on it. You're getting married because you feel that this person is aligned to what I want, is aligned to my vision, our relationship, and also emotionally, make sure that emotionally you are ready for the relationship. Emotionally, you are ready to get married. Some people that have not dealt with problems in their past, or some people have been rejected, some people have been hurt before, and they are still carrying that baggage of hurt. And physically, you have to make sure that physically you are ready. And spiritually, our spirituality helps us with our values and beliefs. So you have to make sure that whoever you are dating, your values and beliefs align with that person. And I've seen some people, it's like they enter a relationship, and that person, let's say I'm a Christian, my spouse is not a Christian. But when I pray, he understands that I'm a Christian. He says, please pray for me with this problem. He understands, but my intention is not to convert him to be a Christian. My intentions are him finding out who he is, his identity. As long he is not bothered with me being a Christian, so I don't mind. So I know when God is gonna help him to become who he wants to become, because God has a plan for everyone. So my plan. So you have to make sure that spiritually everything is aligned, and socially deal with your communication skills. Some people enter a relationship and they don't have communication skills, and make sure your communication skills are aligned with somebody that is looking for a long-term relationship, so you can communicate your desires in that relationship. So Claudia, if somebody is
Yeah.
watching right now and they don't know how to communicate their desires, what advice can you give them?
I mean, yeah, communication very important in relationships, and so often as well. Yeah, we are a bit shy as well because, yeah, I would like you to check actually as well the audience. Just like what type or what style of communication did you have so far in your life with your relationships? Because, for example, with me, I was in the past too scared to say my needs, what it is, what's important as well, or what I just need from my partner in this very moment. I didn't do all those things because I had some distorted programs of if I, yeah, just yeah, what was it? It was a bit like for me that, yeah, I just don't say what it is I need because then I might not be accepted. Stuff around this. This is what I had in the past, just like some really distorted ideas of not saying actually, and it didn't help at all because the thing is as well, the other side is not a psychic, they can't read our mind, yeah? So they don't know what's going on with us, in us, and what it is as well we need in this very moment or from the relationship and so on. So just understanding this and to change a bit as well the beliefs around it, I'm able now to say what it is I need. And it feels like so natural. And you can see as well the other party, the spouse, is very grateful as well because they didn't have a clue at all, yeah. We don't say something about, yeah, and they don't have a clue at all. And they just, I mean, yeah, so that's as well an example why communication is important, yeah? Because
Yeah,
they can't read the minds.
yes, that's true. They can't
Mm,
read the future. They can't. They just
mm,
can. They only can know what you want by you
yeah,
communicating with them,
yes,
to like
yes,
saying, you know what, this is how I want to be served. Because when a
yes.
man enters a relationship, he is the king, and the king
Mm,
is looking for his queen to serve him.
mm,
So we
mm,
enter a relationship. When we enter a relationship with an agenda, that is nothing to do with serving and receiving. Relationship doesn't work. So when you enter a relationship, you have to be prepared to serve your king. You have to be prepared to serve your queen. And that's when you communicate your needs and qualify them. Make sure that, I'm not saying we go around and judging people. We know as women and men, we are human beings. We know exactly what we want. So we need to communicate those things that we want, and let them know what we want, and in
mm,
that relationship. And I'm not saying give of you. There is a way of communicating with someone, communicating your needs, and also wanting to know the other person as well, and making sure that when you select them and going exclusive to what their needs and desires and values align with what you are looking for. If you are looking for marriage, why dating somebody who's confused, who tells you that I'm not sure? If someone says, you ask a man and say, listen, where do you see yourself as a woman? You go on a date, you ask a question, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? They're looking for a woman. And if they tell you that they want to travel around the world, they want to do the amazing things that they have never done before, and that does not include a woman, go to run, because that means they're not ready. But
mm,
for them, if you ask a question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And then they tell you their
mm,
life story, things they would like to accomplish. And if there's a woman involved, maybe one day if I find the woman, I like to share my life with that woman. That means they want to be a long-term relationship, and they're ready, and they want to get to know somebody, even if that somebody is not gonna be you. So they want someone for a long-term relationship. So you have to ask the questions, and also when you ask the questions, just uh, evaluate the things, your values and beliefs, the things that you want to in life. And once you feel that everything aligns, and then start dating them, and make sure when you're dating, let them meet the real you, the authentic you. Don't put on no
mm,
personality,
mm,
please. There are some girls and men out there who like on some
mm,
personality. I don't know, Claudia, as a coach,
mm,
have you
mm,
ever come across clients that put on personality that it's not them?
mm.
They want to
I,
they
mm,
want to be
yeah.
liked.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to impress them and so on. I've been as well one of those in the past. If I think of some previous version of me, like yeah, trying to be the nice one and pretending you're someone else. And believe me, this is hard work, yeah, pretending that you're someone else. And then as well, the thing is down the line, they find out anyway that this was not you, and
Yeah,
then they feel like betrayed in everything. So it's just so
they're
not
like,
worth
whoa, whoa,
it.
whoa! What
I
have you
know.
done with the so that I met?
Yes, I know. And the truth is as well, they're not interested in this, princess, okay? They want to meet the
Yeah,
queen, like the real
yeah, they want
version
to
of
meet the
you.
real queen and the real
Yeah,
king.
not the princess, okay? The princess is the
Yeah,
spoiled, she doesn't know what she wants and everything. It's about the queen, So they want to meet the real you because, yeah, they are not interested in anything else. But we tend to do
yeah.
this
I
because
actually
we want to be,
agree with.
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, I
But we
actually
tend,
agree with
mm,
you. Yeah.
and we tend to do
Mm-hmm.
this because looking back as well, for me, I just wanted to be loved, you know? Yeah. You just want to be accepted and to be loved. And therefore, again, some distorted ideas of how I can achieve this, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, we do things because we want to be loved. I did that before in the past as well, where I would just try my best to please, I would just do whatever I can to make sure I win that man's heart by doing the wrong things. So I know you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
I remember one day when I made a decision that I really needed to be me, and that was frustrating, trying to put on the personality that wasn't me. And when I met that and met someone, and I decided that I'm just going to be me. And it was uh, beautiful. It felt beautiful just to be me. And even my spouse, he turned around and said, "So you're not fake." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And it was like, "What you see with you is real." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And I was like, "Yeah," because I just, if he was to come and see me at my home, if I didn't have makeup before, I would be like, if he wants to come to my house, I have to make sure that everything, of course, I clean the house. But for me, if I clean the house and I do everything, I have a shower, I'm dressed up, he comes home, visit me, fun, and I laugh, or just be me, ask questions that I'm, and it just, there's a difference between when you're not being you, and you put on that personality. You have to wear your authentic code. Authentic code, it means take me as I am. If I'm not good enough for you, there will be somebody out who's gonna be good enough for this queen. There will be a king out there. There will be a queen out there who's gonna be enough for this king. So it means a man does not have to put on no personality. A man has to go out on a date, introduce themselves, talk about the things they love to do that comes from the heart, talk about work, tell the person that you're what you do for work, and then everything else will fall into places. Not trying to be something that you are not. Girls like authenticity. And that's why sometimes the women, when they're dating somebody who makes them feel good, they'll be like, "I've never dated anyone who makes me feel like this," because you're being authentic and you're interested in entering their world and get to know them. And then you have the man that says, "I've never dated a woman that treats me like this," and just do what you do and get to know them. And that's what I can, for me, I communicate my needs. And if there is something that I feel that my needs are not met, I'll call them. Or if there is, it's just the person that we are team, we have to see them as a friend, a normal person. I'm not saying when you decide, the day you decide, there's a difference between looking at your lover and saying, "This is my friend, this is my lover." But don't make them become your best friend, because otherwise your needs will be met as a friend. So we need your needs to be met as a lover and a friend, both. So it's nice for you to communicate. I communicate, I let it all out, whatever. But before, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. I'll be really scared of communicating my needs. I'll keep everything inside. But now I'm not afraid to talk about the things that I want to talk about. So I think very, very important. What said Claudia, that people needs to make sure that, and if somebody like if somebody is good, because you are a coach as well, relationship coach. Now I can ask questions instead of people asking questions. So if somebody now they're in a relationship but they're not happy, they want to rewrite their relationship, relationship, they want to rewrite their story in relationship,
Mm-hmm.
or somebody who is single, how can they rewrite their story? What character do they need to be, or is there anything that they need to know in order for them to rewrite their own story to be how
Mm-hmm.
it once is meant to?
Well, yeah, I think, yeah, first of all, it's important to identify the areas in the relationship which are just not as smooth as one would like them to be, or they would like some changes, just like it can be the kids or finance or the intimacy as well with the partner, like all different aspects as well of the relationship, and just like to identify where in which area it needs a bit of a bit of tuning. And then I would go in there too and just ask ask yourself as well, what would you like to be changed? Yeah how would you like it to look differently? And then maybe as well, just to get the clarity here and to do some journaling and to write it down in regards to get the clarity. First of all, I'd say this again here, clarity is important. What you would like to change and how you would like it ideally as well to be, right, Namza? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the beginning thing, just to start here. And then obviously, I mean, I'm just now thinking, and then I'd go as well and speak to my partner, about it, just like sharing what it is I find and how I would like things to be different, and just as well to see what they have as well to say in regards to this, yeah, no? To see what they have to say, and just and I would see if just between you two, if you're able to change this, First of all, between you two, if it's possible to change this. But the thing is as well, depending again, because I'm so into beliefs and everything, yeah, depending which area of the relationship bugs you a bit, I would see as well, ask yourself, what type of beliefs do you have that you attracted this or manifested this in your reality? Just be honest as well. Look at the thing, and then just see what type of beliefs do you project so that you experience this specific thing in your relationship. And then as well, go, what type of beliefs do I need in order for things to change the way I would like to rewrite the story now? Yeah? Can you follow?
yeah, yeah. Changing
Mm-hmm.
beliefs is very, very important to change your
Yeah.
beliefs, and
Mm-hmm.
we're not changing them. Actually, we grow them. So it's very, very important so that we are clear of what Claudia is saying. Changing your beliefs, it means you have to have a clarity of what do you really want, and then what she's saying is look at your beliefs. Do they align with it? When you say I'm looking for a long-term relationship, does it actually align with your character? And then with your beliefs, what do you believe to be true about a relationship? Because if you're somebody who is looking for a long-term relationship, and how your Friday nights are, how are they? If you are looking for a long-term relationship, your Saturday nights, how are they like? Are you someone who goes Saturday night and bring every man, different man or different woman at home? People do that, but they still say, I'm looking for a serious relationship. So we have to check on our beliefs, check on ourselves, and check on our lifestyle. So very, very important to be honest. And also, like what we were saying as well, rewriting your story. If you believe, like Claude is saying, it depends with where you are with your relationship. If you're not in a relationship, then you can rewrite your story on your own. But if you are in a relationship with someone else, you can suggest to write your relationship person, but don't force somebody to go and see a therapist if they don't want to see a therapy. I listened to Shanda. She says that she used to actually dump her husband, 17 times a day. Dump. If he does something wrong, I don't want to be with you. Dump until they decide, both of them, that things needed to change. And they got coaching together and being the people that they want to be together. And they know how to deal with problems, and that comes with a sacrifice. When I'm saying a sacrifice, it means that you have to be willing, wanting to solve problems in your relationship. You have to be willing to sort things, whatever needs to be sorted out, values and beliefs, it got to be sorted out. I used to be like myself. I'm gonna speak on my own experience. Like, I'm a Christian. I used to think that when I meet somebody, I have to convert them to be a Christian and to love God. But I realized that I don't have to do that. Their relationship with God, if I'm a child of God, they might follow me and say, I want to go to church and see who is this Jesus all about. And then they come, but it has to be their choices. And all some people, they date people and they know exactly what they want, but then they decide, they think, oh, I'm going to change this person to become who I want them to be. But when those needs are not met, that's when problems starts. So when you date someone, make sure you select the person based on your desires and your needs. But yeah, anyone who is watching right now and they want to work with you, can you please explain to our audience who you are and what you do, please?
Sure. I'm an intuitive energy healer. I do theta healing. I'm as well a mindset and a love coach. So I love to work with theta healing because it's a great modality where we can identify our self-limiting beliefs, which we all have stored, and just like to identify the root of it, even so that we can change them into empowering new beliefs. Because when we change how we think, we act differently, and therefore as well we get new and different results in our life as well. So that's what I do. Can I just say something else before I forget? I just wrote it down, where you mentioned as well, it's so important to communicate the needs, what it is we need from the relationship. And where you said as well, in the past you didn't speak up. Well, I was the same, guilty as well. I didn't say anything. But it took me as well some work on myself to understand that I'm worthy of love. This is so important because I think as well, like all of us on some level have a bit like worthiness issue, either if it's relationship or health or money, whatever it is in life, so it's in regards to worthiness. And just as well, just to go back here and to understand as well, to do some reflection on ourselves in regards to worthiness, because the truth is as well, when we're born as a baby, from the very first moment we are worthy and nothing has changed. It is just then down the line someone comes along, they tell us something, and we put the label on in regards to, I'm not worthy of this, I'm not worthy of that. But this is just like some programming running around, because ask yourself, is this the highest truth of the universe of God? It's not, because we are all worthy from the moment we have been born and nothing has changed. So I want people as well to understand this, because at some point I understood it, and this gives already just like good clarity as well in regards to our own worthiness. And something else as well I would like to say too, self-love, because if we don't love ourselves and practice self-love rituals, that we are kind to us and so on, you know. How can we attract outside someone to love us when we don't have this inside of us? Because again, the world outside is a mirror of what we have inside of us. So this is very important as well in regards to aligning with love. It starts first with us inside, and then the universe can act always as a mirror, can bring in the beautiful mirror to us of someone who loves us.
Yeah, I love that, Claudia. I love that. Our awareness is very, very important to feel worthy to, and also to accept our spouse 100%, and trust as well is very, very important. And also when you enter a relationship, you have to be specific with your standard, what you want, and be very clear, like Claudia was saying. Let someone know your desires, let someone know you want, and don't keep them guessing, like they're gonna be psychic. Claudia said this, that you don't want somebody to believe that somebody, it will be a psychic, and then you don't communicate your needs. And also make sure everything you do is not driven by pressure. Relationship does not have to, love does not have to have pressure. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like that. If it is driven by pressure, where I want to get married, I want to pressure you to to marry me, I want to pressure to do this, I want you to do this, then it is no longer a relationship at all. So it's very, very important to understand and feel your worthiness, and to know that you are enough for that person, and that person selected you for the right reason, and that's why they chose to be with you. So you don't need to worry about if they love you or they want to be with you or you are enough for them. They chose to be with you because it was their choice. You just need to embrace it. Have your journal, write your relationship goals, keep growing in that relationship. And also, if you want to, if you are looking for someone, you are somebody who is in a relationship, or you are looking for somebody, you want your needs, you want to align, you're looking for love, but you are not sure whether you are ready or everything aligns with what you are looking for, you can get in touch with us at the talk shows, and we will help you. If you get in touch, you go to my website and you fill out an application form. And if you're not sure, because if everything, your character and your image, your personality, your values is not aligned to what you are looking for, then there will be problems. You won't be able to get to where you need to be when it comes to relate. So that's when, if you need help, we are there to help you. We don't just Hope Springs Eternal Induction Agency, or you find gossip talk shows. We don't just say, oh, now you can go on a date. This amazing man that is looking for a one woman like you. We have to qualify you. And that's when we ask questions to find out if there is any attachment that needs to be dealt with. We ask questions, and you yourself, you realize, you actually, by answering the questions, you realize that actually I'm good to go and date somebody, or actually I need help with coaching. So we don't just find somebody and find them love. You hire us to work on your limiting beliefs, to make sure that your needs align with what you are looking for. If you say, I'm looking for this man, or a man is looking for this woman, are you that thing that you're looking for? Are you that woman that you are looking for? So we make sure that your character aligns with everything. So get in touch with us at Ngozi Talk Shows, and we'll be able to help you to to get to where you want to go. Life is a journey. And what do
Mm.
you think, dear? What else do you want to add to what we can help them with?
Mm. Sure. What's as well very important is to cut the cords, from any negative experiences from love in the past, and as well to cut the cords from the ex relationships, because as well what happens so often subconsciously we believe that we are still in the relationship with this person, or that we are still married to the ex-husband, all subconsciously. But if we have these I don't know, beliefs as well, or these energies inside of us, it makes it as well a bit more difficult for the most compatible relationship or soulmate to come in and to be in alignment as well with you, so that you understand as well that you are clear of any past ties to the exes as well, because many years ago, it's just I was in a relationship, abusive relationship. After that, I was single for many years. I didn't do any healing. It was over 15 years ago. I wasn't interested in men at all, but at some point I wanted to go out and meet someone again. So this is again where the conscious and the subconscious mind as well play a role. So this was actually as well one of the beginnings of my healing journey, that I looked up someone. I met this therapist, and she could already see the first thing is that I still had the cords attached to the ex relationship, and she cut the cords. She, made sure I'm not like reaching out anymore to him, to the past, and the other way around as well, because what happens too, that the ex can still hook into you as well, into your energy. So it's not really helpful if you want to move on and the ex is there and hooking into your energy, so she cut the cords, and within like 2 weeks, I met my next relationship. Obviously, back then I was different than today. I had different beliefs. It didn't last for many years, that relationship, but like at least it came in as soon as we cut the cords, with the one before.
Yeah, it is important to cut the cords, and that's why they say you can cut the cords of your ancestors if there was anything that affected your ancestors, the cause your parents, that can make you like, if your parents they struggled to get married, so you can cut that code so you don't become like mother like father, like daughter like father, like son. So it's very, very important to cut the codes. And also it's very important to know your roles in a relationship. When you say you are looking for love as a woman, what is your role in that relationship? You are entering as a provider. You are entering as a queen who is there to serve and provide for her man and her family, if you're gonna have a family in the future. And the man, you are entering as a king, you to save your queen and to be a provider, to serve your queen and to be a provider for your queen and your family in the future. A woman and a man, they are both providers. And a man is a leader. A man leads how he wants the relationship to go. I'm not saying control. He's a leader. He has ideas. He has a vision. How he sees his family growing, how he sees his woman. He has this big vision. A woman then comes in. She mentors this leader, that his vision to come to pass. When a man has a vision, she needs a woman that is going to mentor him, to help him with this vision that he has for his family. When a man is a teacher. He teaches his children, this is how I want my children to grow up and become. And a woman, she's an inventor. She gives birth to life. And a man, he is a cultivator. And a woman, she's a developer. A man is an architect. When he comes in, he plans for the future, the woman plans and programs everything. And a man designs. When he designs, he designs to bring the best from his children. He brings the best from out of his woman. And the woman, she brings order to the family. So as a woman, if your mother-in-laws your in-laws are annoying, don't tell a man that I don't like your family, because these are the people that he knows. They spend all their lives together. So once you tell him I don't like your mama, he's going to agree with you that moment, but it's going to affect your relationship. If you have a problem like with the in-laws or siblings, you have to learn to communicate with it properly. I'm not saying shut it up and don't say anything. You communicate with your man, make sure they know, your man knows what you are going through, what you are feeling. And don't say I don't like your mama. And man, that woman, when she dates you, she qualifies you because she looks at you and say, my mama is gonna like him, my father is gonna like him, so I'm gonna take him to my father and I'm gonna take him to my mom. Don't tell the woman that I don't like your mom or I don't like your father, because this is the person that raised these people. So if you don't like them or something that you don't like about them, just communicate properly with your spouse. Anything, Claudia, you would like to leave with our audience?
Yeah, like a little tip as well. We all have heard about the law of attraction, where we like to attract something. But then as well, I found recently about the law of assumption. And I really, it just resonates very well with me, even more. So I would like you to look up what the law of assumption means and to read for yourself. But basically, it's the law of assumption states that whatever you assume as true becomes your reality. So you go already in the feeling of what something, a relationship, a job, the new house you want, whatever it is, of what it already feels like, and then you live it already, and then you accept it as the new truth, as the new reality, because then as well, when you go into this feeling again and again, you adapt the frequency of it, so that as well the outer world can bring this as well sooner into you, and just like expect it as well, expect it to happen, just like it's done, But in regards to manifesting the specific person, when you do the law of assumption, don't go into the specific person, like do it from the version of you, of how it feels to be for you in that relationship, what how you feel in it, sexy, confident, loved and cherished, So go always from the state of how you feel in it, and don't reflect on the other, how you want them to be, and so on. So go from within you, and then just go into the feeling, and just like, and then live it.
Live it and enjoy it. Yeah, I love that, Claudia. And also understand that everyone is wounded. Some people are dealing with shame of their past, and some people, they are dealing with their guiltiness. They've dealt with it, they've dealt with shame. So when somebody tells you, like, let's say when you are with someone in a relationship, in order for you to enter my world and understand, enter my spirit of love and understand me, it means when I tell you about my past, you judge me, but you relate to me, and then you sympathize with me. When you relate and sympathize with somebody, then you connect. But when you judge, you're disconnecting with that person. So when somebody is telling you that this is who I am, this is what I used to be, and this is what I went through with my past relationship, you relate to them, that is R. You sympathize with them. then you connect. And once you connect, then you get to know them, that person, and then you get to know their story. So that's what I want to live with. Do you want to add anything, Claudia, before we go?
Just think. Alignment. Okay, just another tip, and it's important as well for us to do actions. You know, this is an action-based universe, so we can't be in alignment by wanting to be in the relationship and then we don't do anything about it by staying home and just expect the, you know. So you have to as well put your body, the physical body, into action and do something. Go out, sign up on the app, you know, just like mingle a bit around so that you have as well the chances to meet the new relationship.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Claudia. And we are here to Goes the Talk Shows Monday to 1 p.m. UK time. And please, YouTube family subscribe to our channel. And if you're really looking for love or you are in a relationship, you feel that your needs are not met, and you feel that not enough, you don't have clarity of what you want in that relationship, or you are ready to go out there and start dating, but you are not sure where to begin, how to begin, get in touch with us at Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency, or get in touch with Claudia direct, and just sign up. We'll work with you and help you with whatever you are looking for. You get to write your own story. We don't write your own story. We are just there to help you, and you get to find your own voice. You get to lead. When you go on that date, you get to select the man that you want, and they become your king. And then you get to select the woman that you want, they become your queen. Not just with us, you do it by yourself. We just show you how you can do it. It's possible. So if you're a woman who's single, or you're a man who's single, please get in touch. Or if you're in a relationship, you just want to rewrite your own story, in touch. God bless. With grace, everyone. See you tomorrow.